Hello, the unstoppable. Elegance is not about being noticed. It's about being remembered. In a world where everyone's clamoring for attention, the true power lies in the subtlety of how you command a room without uttering a word. Most people spend their lives trying to stand out. Louder clothes, bigger personalities, endless selfies, while the real game changers turn heads by simply being present. Here's a fact. Studies show that it only takes 7 seconds for someone to form a lasting impression of you. 7 seconds. But what if, in those fleeting moments, you could captivate everyone around you without saying a thing? That's the art of elegance, an art that doesn't shout but whispers, and yet somehow draws every eye in the room. These 8 foolproof ways are not about blending in. They're about standing out in a way that leaves people stunned and curious, wondering how you manage to capture their attention without even trying. Prepare to unlock the kind of elegance that makes heads turn and keeps them turning long after you've left. Number 1. Walk like you own the room, not like you're borrowing space. Walking like you own the room is about more than just posture or confidence. It's about a quiet self-assurance that radiates without effort. When you walk into any space, whether it's a small gathering or a crowded event, the way you carry yourself immediately sets the tone for how others perceive you. There's no need for dramatic gestures or exaggerated movements. The power lies in subtlety. It's the way your shoulders are relaxed, your chin is slightly raised, and your steps are measured, not hurried or unsure, but steady, like you have all the time in the world and every right to be exactly where you are. This isn't arrogance. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't seek validation. You're not walking in with a chip on your shoulder, looking for approval or attention. You're walking in with an understanding that you belong, whether anyone else realizes it or not. That energy is magnetic. People notice someone who moves with purpose, with a sense of ease that's hard to ignore. And the best part? You don't have to say a word. Your presence speaks for you. The secret lies in that calm, grounded feeling you project, the sense that you are completely at home in yourself. That's what truly turns heads, not because you're demanding attention, but because you naturally command it. When you own the room, it's not the space that defines you. It's you who defines the space. Number 2, understated luxury is the new loud. Understated luxury is where true elegance thrives. When you walk in wearing something that isn't screaming for attention, yet catches every discerning eye, you've mastered the art of subtle sophistication. It's the difference between flashing wealth and embodying taste. Loud logos and over-the-top designs might grab a glance, but it's the person wearing something quietly refined who holds attention. A well-tailored coat, a timeless piece of jewelry, or shoes that fit just right. All of these speak volumes without saying a word. The beauty of understated luxury lies in its restraint. It's about choosing pieces that feel like an extension of who you are, not just an accessory to flaunt. There's an art to wearing something that whispers confidence instead of shouting for validation. People can sense quality and care even from a distance, and they're drawn to the simplicity that suggests you know exactly what you're doing. It shows that you don't need to be flashy to stand out. You've already elevated yourself through attention to detail and a discerning eye. What turns heads isn't just the item, but the story it tells about you, that you appreciate craftsmanship, that you have nothing to prove, and that elegance isn't a performance for you, it's a lifestyle. People are intrigued because they know it takes a certain level of confidence to not rely on trends, but to trust in your own timeless style. It's a quiet power that leaves a lasting impression. Number 3, your eyes should sparkle before you speak. Your eyes can speak long before your mouth ever does. There's something magnetic about eye contact that goes beyond the usual glance. When your eyes sparkle with curiosity, warmth, and just the right touch of mystery, you become the person people can't help but notice. It's that moment when your gaze locks with someone else's, not in a creepy way, but in a way that makes them feel like they're the only person in the room. A well-timed look can do more than any over-the-top gesture ever could. The trick is to keep it natural but intentional. Let your eyes linger just a second longer than what's expected, enough to show interest, but not enough to make someone question if there's something in their teeth. That's where the intrigue comes in. People want to know what's going on behind those eyes, why they feel so connected to you without even speaking. It's a silent conversation, and when done right, it leaves them wanting more. And here's the humor in it. While everyone else is busy trying to dazzle with loud words and big gestures, you've already won them over with just a look. They're hooked, and you haven't even opened your mouth. It's like a superpower nobody expects. Who knew turning heads could be as simple as using your eyes like a secret weapon? They'll be left wondering what kind of magic you're working, and it's all in a glance. Number 4, be unpredictably mysterious, not unreachably distant. Being unpredictable yet approachable is a game changer when it comes to turning heads. People love a little mystery, but no one likes someone who feels untouchable. The key is to be intriguing without being distant. Let people catch glimpses of your personality without giving everything away. It's not about being cold or aloof. It's about letting others wonder what you're thinking, what drives you, and why you're not so easy to figure out. That kind of mystery keeps people curious, always coming back for more, trying to decode the puzzle you've subtly become. You don't have to be a closed book. You just have to know when to close the chapters and leave some parts untold. Share enough of yourself that people feel connected, but not so much that they feel like they've got you all figured out. Drop an unexpected comment here. Show a surprising side of yourself there. Something that makes people stop and think, wait, what? It's in these moments that you keep people guessing, and in the best way possible. What's fascinating is that this kind of unpredictability isn't about playing games. It's about being authentically complex. You're not following a script, and that's what makes you stand out. The minute someone feels like they know everything about you is the moment they stop paying attention. But if you remain just a little bit of a mystery, they'll keep looking your way, wondering what's next. And that's when you've got their full attention. Number 5, master the art of listening with intention. Listening with intention is one of those things people don't expect but instantly recognize when it happens. It's rare, and that's what makes it stand out. In a world where everyone's waiting for their turn to speak, being the person who genuinely listens is like being the only one at a party offering real conversation instead of small talk. It's not just about hearing words, it's about picking up on the pauses, the emotions behind the sentences, and responding in a way that shows you actually care. When you truly listen, people notice. They'll be taken aback at first, almost wondering if you're playing some kind of trick. Wait, you're actually interested in what I'm saying? This wasn't just a formality. That's the reaction you'll get. And the funny thing is, while they're talking, they'll start giving you more of their attention too. They can't help it. People are wired to respond to authenticity, and nothing says I'm here with you more than being fully present in a conversation. It's not about nodding along mindlessly. It's about asking the right questions at the right moments, keeping that steady eye contact, and making the other person feel like what they're saying is actually important. Trust me, when you start doing this, heads will turn. Not because you're trying to steal the spotlight, but because you're the only one who knows how to make others feel seen. And that's more captivating than any dramatic entrance or flashy outfit ever could be. Number 6. Control the room with your silence, not your voice. There's something undeniably powerful about speaking less but saying more. It's the art of choosing your words carefully, letting each one land with purpose. When you're someone who doesn't just fill the air with noise but speaks with intention, people can't help but pay attention. In a conversation, it's tempting to jump in with your thoughts or try to dominate the dialogue, but real influence comes from knowing when to hold back. There's a certain elegance in silence. It builds anticipation and draws people in, making them wonder what you're going to say next. When you finally do speak, the impact is undeniable. Every word carries weight because you're not just talking to be heard. You're talking to actually communicate something meaningful. People notice that. It's like the difference between a cheap perfume that fades in seconds and a rare fragrance that lingers long after you've left the room. Your words linger because they're not wasted. And here's the magic. The less you say, the more people lean in. It's human nature to be drawn to mystery and to someone who doesn't give everything away at once. You create space for others to think, reflect, and engage with what you're saying, rather than simply reacting. It's a form of quiet confidence, speaking only when it matters, but when you do, everyone listens. People will start to notice that when you open your mouth, you're not just adding to the conversation, you're elevating it. Number 7, cultivate the "I wasn't trying, but look at me anyway" aura. Knowing how to make an entrance without trying too hard is a skill that can turn heads without you having to lift a finger. It's not about bursting through the door like you're on a runway or demanding attention with loud gestures. It's about that effortless, unspoken energy that you carry the moment you walk into a room. There's a certain magic in arriving with quiet confidence, where people can feel your presence before they even see you. It's the way you hold yourself, calm, composed, and sure of who you are. You're not rushing, you're not seeking validation, and you're not overthinking it. You step in like you belong, but without arrogance. It's subtle, but that's what makes it powerful. People notice because it's rare to see someone so at ease with themselves. You're not trying to prove anything, and that's what makes people intrigued. And let's be real, there's something almost mysterious about the person who doesn't have to announce their arrival, but still manages to shift the energy of the room. You walk in, and conversations seem to pause just for a moment, eyes glance your way, and there's a sense of curiosity about who you are. You don't need theatrics to make an entrance. Your presence does all the work. It's like an invisible spotlight follows you, not because you're chasing it, but because it's naturally drawn to the quiet power you radiate. That's how you turn heads without even trying. Number 8. Move with purpose, not in a hurry. Mastering the art of storytelling can transform the way people perceive you, turning even the simplest anecdotes into captivating experiences. When you share a story, it's not just about relaying information, it's about weaving a narrative that pulls listeners in and makes them feel something. The magic happens when you create vivid imagery, allowing people to visualize the scene, feel the emotions, and connect with you on a deeper level. Whether it's a hilarious mishap or a life lesson learned, the way you tell it can captivate an audience and leave them hanging on your every word. The key to great storytelling lies in your delivery. It's all about timing, tone, and those little pauses that build anticipation. A well-placed pause can have listeners leaning in, eagerly waiting to hear what comes next. Using expressive language and varying your voice keeps things dynamic and engaging. Maybe you throw in a bit of humor, or you suddenly shift to a serious tone to heighten the stakes. Either way, you're not just sharing a story, you're inviting them to join you on a journey. And here's the kicker. Storytelling allows you to reveal pieces of yourself in a way that feels natural. You're not just telling a story, you're sharing a part of your life, and that authenticity resonates with people. They see you as relatable, as someone who has experienced ups and downs, laughter and lessons. When you've got a knack for storytelling, you don't just turn heads, you hold attention and create connections, making those moments memorable long after the conversation ends. In a world overflowing with noise and distractions, the ability to turn heads with grace and authenticity is a rare and valuable skill. Each of these elegant strategies, from mastering understated luxury to sharing captivating stories, invites you to express your unique essence without trying too hard. It's about creating an atmosphere where people are drawn to you not just for what you wear or say, but for who you are at your core. By embracing unpredictability while remaining approachable and listening with intention, you transform ordinary interactions into extraordinary connections. Your presence alone can command attention, and when combined with the power of intentional words, you become a captivating force in any room. Ultimately, turning heads isn't merely about standing out. It's about being memorable. It's about creating moments that linger in the minds of others long after you've left. So go ahead and embrace these strategies with confidence. Let your authenticity shine, and watch as the world responds to the magnetic energy you bring. When you own your narrative and share it with the world, you become not just someone who turns heads, but someone who leaves a lasting impression. If you enjoyed these elegant tips for turning heads, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us for more insights and secrets to living your most captivating life. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep shining together. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.